It's that fantasy chickmas where all the videos leading up to Christmas will be Christmas themed. Today we continue the theme of the Christmas special with a very special episode of a TV show. Smallville Season 5, Episode 9, Lexmas. It's special because the A storyline centers around Lex Luthor instead of Clark. In reverse, It's a Wonderful Life plot. And the B storyline has Clark and Chloe interacting with Santa himself. Lex Luthor has been shot, and while in a coma, he dreams that he's married to Lana Lang and they have a growing family. Although confused by this turn of events, he is eventually visited by his dead mother, who tells him that this could be his life if he makes the right choices. So he goes along with the day, discovering that 7 years ago he turned his back on his father and was disowned after he was shot. He takes his son Christmas tree shopping and he runs into Clark and Chloe, who he's still great friends with, despite the fact that he's married to Clark's girlfriend. He finds out that Clark works for the Daily Planet and Chloe is publishing a tell-all book about Luthor Corp that he, of course, is her source for. But that's not all. Later on at the Kent's Christmas party, Jonathan takes Lex aside and tells him that he is like a son to him and presents him with the humanitarian award. Everything is perfect, perfect, perfect. Out in the real world, as the Kents get ready for their Christmas party, Chloe calls Clark in a panic. It's because she needs him to play Santa Claus and deliver thousands of toys for tots in one night because of his Teamster strike. He does it, of course, because he's a saint and gets caught by a little girl. She knows he couldn't possibly be Santa Claus since Santa is outside on the ledge about to jump. Clark goes out there and finds out that Santa Claus is depressed about the lack of Christmas spirit in the world. So Clark tells him about what he and Chloe are doing. That cheers him up. But he falls off the roof anyway, so Clark has to speed past him and catch him before he hits the ground.
Holy cow!
Later, Santa visits Chloe and convinces her to let him help them deliver the toys to the tots. She says yes and turns around. By the time she turns back, Santa and the thousands of gifts are gone. She tells this to Clark, who is dubious at first, but she insists. I don't understand why in a world with an alien with superpowers that Santa Claus would be hard to believe in. But that's just me. At the hospital, the doctor has told Lionel that Lex will never walk again. So Lionel decides to take him to Metropolis so he can get dangerous life or death surgery so that he can. Back in the dream, Lana goes into labor and gives birth. Everything is peachy until Lana starts seizing. Everything goes wrong, and because Lex is not used to not having money, he doesn't know how to handle it. He goes to Lionel for help, but Lionel just takes pleasure in turning him down. At the hospital, Lana dies, and Lex turns around and attacks his mother's ghost like she could have done something about it. He wonders why she was showing him this. She tells him that she was showing him a life full of love. But even I gotta admit, her answers were not good enough. This was not just a random dream. This was a major turning point in Lex's life. This is where he makes the decision to be evil. He sees all that he can have if he is good, but the only thing that sticks with him is that because he doesn't have money and power, he loses Lana, not realizing that money and power wouldn't necessarily change the outcome. As evidenced by the fact that he eventually ends up with money, power, and Lana, and he still loses Lana. Lex wakes up and chews out Lionel for risking his life just to keep him from being paralyzed. Then makes the choice to play dirty in his race for the Senate with Jonathan Kent.
Money and power.
See, once you have those two things, you can secure everything else. And keep it that way.
So this episode had the traditional Christmas spirit in both the A and B storylines. But only the B storyline ended wholesomely, with the belief in Santa Claus and the entire party fawning over having a white Christmas. But the A storyline ends bleakly, with Lex looking out upon Metropolis with the reflection of his frowning mother staring down upon him. So did you enjoy this very special episode of Smallville? What are some of your favorite very special episodes of TV shows? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to know the next time I upload or go live.